The TSA is pushing out a warning to all air travelers this morning. Stop bringing these specific types of weapons to the airport. We'll pop up a photo here. Here they are. Take a good look. These are called cat eyes. TSA describes them as a type of brass knuckle. You place your fingers through the eyes. You can use the sharp, pointy ears as a weapon, self-defense. Agents are finding more of them, and it's significantly slowing down the security checkpoint process. Joining me now is NewsNation travel editor Peter Greenberg with more on this. Hey, Peter, it's good to see you again. You know, I wasn't familiar with these cat eyes, but TSA is apparently seeing so many of them, they had to issue a warning about it, particularly at checkpoints in New York. Are people truly carrying these as weapons, or is it like a trendy keychain people don't realize can be dangerous?
Well, they may be decorative, but they are effective as weapons. And it's not the eyes that'll get you, it's the ears. They're not just metal, they're plastic, which makes it a little bit more difficult to detect them, but they are being detected. And much like carrying a baseball bat on the plane or trying to put on a knife, they will be confiscated and they will be seized. You have an option, of course, to go back to the counter and put them in your check bags, but that's not really quite realistic when you consider the fact that by the time you get to the checkpoint, you've already checked your bags. So you either surrender them to the TSA or give them to somebody who's not flying with you to take them home, but they're not allowed on the plane.
Yeah, well, they can certainly do some damage just by looking at the photo. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled for those. This problem, though, it goes beyond just cat eyes and brass knuckles. What are some more dangerous weapons the TSA is tracking and looking for?
Well, what's more particular concern is 3D printed weapons that may not have a lot of metal in them that can be disassembled by someone, put in their carry-on bag, very difficult to detect the actual elements of that weapon, and then reassembled after you pass through security. Now, the TSA is using advanced CT scanner machines right now that do a much better job of finding these things, even in their disassembled form, but that's still a major concern from the TSA.
Another common mistake that a lot of travelers, myself included, have gotten frustrated over is the amount of liquids we can carry on. Will there ever be a day when that rule becomes obsolete, you think?
Well, that day has already arrived, even though they haven't changed the rule. And the reason for that is the advanced CT scanner machines that are already being deployed in airports around Europe, especially in the United Kingdom, that can distinguish between, let's say, a Diet Coke and chemical explosives as a result. And they can do a great job of doing that with any liquid. So the old 3-1-1 rule of no lotions or potions or anything more than 3 ounces can go out the window. Now, they tried it already this year at the London City Airport. They put the machines in, worked like a charm, which meant you could walk on with your bottle of water. You could walk on with your hair, your body lotion, anything you wanted. But the problem is they have not been implemented in the United States, even though the technology is available. And the worst thing is, and I have to work this out to try to figure out the answer to this, is the TSA says even though the technology is available, they may not be employed and instituted in U.S. airports until 2030.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've newly been able to bring on water onto planes just because it's formula for my child now. So that's been kind of satisfying to watch all of my water go through TSA. Lastly, Peter, I did want to pick your brain on this one. We're hearing rumblings that Southwest Airlines may drop its bags fly free policy. I mean, those 2 free checked bags have been part of Southwest brand for decades. What are your inside sources telling you on this one?
Well, it is the Southwest brand. They branded their entire airline around that idea that they're not going to charge you for anywhere up to 2 free check bags under 50 pounds. The problem is they're in the involvement right now with another shareholder that has more than 10% of the stock and wants management changes at Southwest. That's one of the reasons why you saw the change in seating on Southwest, not just the priority boarding, but the fact that they're going to put in new seats at the front of the plane and charge a premium for that. It's all about raising revenue. Remember, when Southwest Airlines made the decision not to charge for checked bags, Wall Street was not happy with that because they said that Southwest was leaving about $1 billion of revenue on the table. Southwest said, you know what, we're willing to do that because we think it's such a negative touch point, passengers will come to us, and they did. But now the new shareholder who has more than 10% can call a special meeting of stockholders, and they want to put this back on the table to charge for checked bags, which will change the entire nature and culture of Southwest Airlines, not to mention a lot more expensive travel for anybody who wants to do that.
Yeah, it'd be devastating for those of us who love Southwest. It changed the face of the brand to pay for your bags. Well, we'll just wait and see. Peter Greenberg, thanks so much. Good to see you as always. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.